Hi, so I'm back with um, some practice questions, and this is the first video in my video series about PL300 practice questions. Now, in order to begin with, the first at least like 40 to 50 questions would be a simple one, usually that you would find in Microsoft Learn website as well. And I will try to explain some questions. Not all questions would be explained by taking you all through Power BI desktop or taking through any website or something like that. But I will try my best to explain the questions, give you the questions answer. So together we can first solve the question, get the answer, and then we will discuss, why that answer was the right one. So yes, I'm going to come up with this video series week by week. So please give you a like as well as do subscribe to my channel because these videos will help you during the preparation for this PL300 Power BI data analyst exam. I passed this exam in last year December 2024, and on the way I learned a lot. So uh, this particular channel I created for you all to to get the access, get some information about PL300, uh, and ace your exam as much as you can, like kind of a support channel that I wanted to bring in, because when I was learning I had to go through different sources in online and go through different courses and stuff. So I will try to be a support point for you all who all are taking the PL300 exam. So do subscribe my channel for such informative videos around PL300 exam. Now let's move to the first question. So the first question is question 1. You are required to update your data sources. Which three of the following actions can be performed using the data source setting in Power Query? Select all that apply. So think guys, these are the four options that we have: clear existing permissions, edit data source permissions, change the file path, rename a column. So just think on it and let me know what would be the right answer. You can put that in the comments before I start giving you the answer and discussing it. All right, so you can see on the left hand side the hourglass have started, right, or the sand glass, have started ticking. All right, so you can pause this video and think if you want. I will get to the answer. So the answer here is these three ones: clear existing permission, edit data source permissions, change the file path. Let's see through it. Let us check. Now inside Power BI, we have to go to the data and then edit query. So once you are inside the edit query, you have the data source settings. Here you can see that you can change source, export PBIDs, edit, permission, clear permission. So let us see which options we had from this. So we know these three things can be done, which we also saw it in the option: clear existing permissions, edit data source permissions, and change the file path. Correct? Change the source file path and edit permission and clear permission. So these are the three right answers. I hope you all got it. Also, I also took you through the Power BI desktop and show where exactly you find this. Uh, so following actions can be performed using data source setting in Power BI, that is clear existing permission, edit data source permissions, and change the file path. Let's move to the next question, the second one. You are working with a Power BI data set that pulls data from a SQL Server database table. In which view within Power BI desktop can you change the table storage mode? Select one answer: data view, model view, page view, or report view. So you know, right? Like the storage mode, direct storage, right? Import mode. You can change it in Power BI desktop, right? After you pull data from a source like SQL Server database. So which is the right one out of these four? That is the question here, and you have options. You can pause the video and think about the answer. You can put your thoughts or answer in the comments before I discuss the answer. All right, so let's let me reveal the answer. Those who all want some time, please pause the video and think. Um, the right answer is model view. How? Let's check that. Let's see it in action. So for that, you need to go ahead and we'll close this. So we have these views, right? We have the report view, table view. You can see on the left hand side. That is what I'm showing. Let me close some distractions here. Yeah, so on the left hand side, we have report view, table view. This is the model view. All right. In model view, if you click on this particular data, at and on the right hand side, if you scroll down, you will see in the advanced storage mode. Here you can change the storage mode from import to direct, dual, like that. All right, so let's move to the next one. Next question. You are preparing to connect a new data source to Power BI desktop and are deciding whether direct query and import as the storage mode. Which two advantages does direct query offer over import? Select all that apply. Now, the options are full compatibility with Q&A feature in the Power BI service, full support for quick insights in the Power BI service, reduced use of local disk space, reduced requirement for scheduled data fresh. The right answer, again, you can pause the video if you want some time to think on this. Um, yep. So the right answers would be reduce use of local disk space. If you try to get the data directly from a data source, like for example SQL or from Oracle, right? If you get it through a direct query, it helps you to use less local disk space and reduce requirement for scheduled data refresh. And it will also take less time when you are refreshing the data as well. So there are benefits if you are doing direct query. So the right answer would be these two: reduce use of local disk space, reduce requirement for scheduled data refresh. I have some notes as well. Let's read through this. Note: direct query helps conserve local storage and limits the need for data refreshes. However, it does not fully support Power BI features like Q&A and quick insights. So this is something that you should note. Okay, let's move to the fourth question. We have 5 question sets today, and next time I will bring another 5. So each session, each video would be on 5 questions. So if you are with me till here, make sure to like this video, and of course please do show your support by subscribing my channel. Okay, so question number 4. You are preparing to publish a data set from Power BI desktop. You need to make sure the server's name can be modified after the data set is published to the Power BI service. Which 2 steps should you take? Select all that apply. Define a parameter, create a separate query for the server's name, modify permissions in data source settings and Power BI desktop, configure the server source in the query to use the defined parameter, adjust the source step in all related queries to reference the server's name query. Okay, so take your time again, think on the answer. I will discuss the answer now. Define a parameter is the right option here, and then the next right option is the server source in the query to use the defined parameter. These are the two right answers. Let's discuss this with the help of notes. Only parameters can be defined in the Power BI service after publishing. By linking the server source to a parameter, all queries that rely on that server will now refer to the parameter, allowing server name changes post publication. Okay, so that was the fourth question. Next, you import an Excel file containing 10,000 rows into Power BI desktop to create a data source. You plan to publish you plan to identify anomalies within the data source. What action should you take to ensure that column distribution includes all rows in the Excel file? Select one correct answer, modify the advanced setting in data source settings, change the edit permission setting in data source settings, enable the column profile view in the Power Query Editor window, adjust the query settings in the Power Query Editor window. So what should be the right answer? The right answer would be enable the column profile view in the Power Query Editor window, and this will help, all right, to identify if there is any anomalies or data source. So let's see this where we can achieve this. So let me click on transform data. I have a dummy data here in Power BI that was loaded. Okay, so this is the data, for example. Now, if you see at the bottom here, right, column profiling based on top 1000 rows, you can change it to column profiling based on entire data set, and then you can try to identify. So we have some column profile options here. You can click on column profile here, right? You can check if there's any error, if there is any empty rows by selecting column profile from view. Okay, so I believe we solved all the question and answer that we had for today. We had 5 questions with us, and hope you all got some insights and some practice. If you like this particular video, then do like it and subscribe my channel, and it can be a motivation for me to keep doing these kind of video that would help you and support you during your exam journey. Thank you so much, guys. See you soon in the next video. Till then, take care and bye for now.